refusing to pay a fair...
Sorry about that. I got it.
You ready?
Yep.
Don't we have the same phone service?
Yeah.
Because I pay you a bill. Aren't you too old for me to pay your bill? But yet your phone... I'm in. Disregard those unkind words.
You like that dude, like, you ever go out with your homies and one of your friends is like just being really extra in front of women?
That's me?
Yeah, that was you just now. That was
me?
That was you, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
What's good, everybody?
Yes.
Back in the building, Urban X podcast.
Yes.
We're back.
Yes.
Excuse the banter from the people
Yes.
that joined us early. Excuse that.
Yes.
My pops is a hater.
Oh no.
A hater. Certified hater. But we're back. Certified hater.
So are we on Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
We are?
We should be.
I don't see us.
That's your problem.
I don't want to start anything crazy.
That's your problem, man.
Okay. Just trying to see my peoples. What's good, Urban X Nation? It's all good. You already know what it is. Black Dot.
What's good, everybody?
Dotson.
My name is Malcom.
Your name is whatever I call you. Until you start paying your own phone bill, right?
I'm on a family plan, okay?
Yeah, well, you know.
And why get off it? You know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
Like, why?
Show some responsibilities.
Why get off it?
Show some responsibility.
It makes no sense.
Facts. My wife be trying to get you off that bill all the time. Like, you know, we could really shave $50 off this bill if Malcolm grow up.
Why get off it?
Facts. I get it. No, real talk.
Exactly.
Eli's next, right? Yeah, his allowance is crazy. He can start paying his own bill.
Yeah, come on, Eli.
Yeah,
come on. But what's good, everybody?
What's good?
What's good with you?
I am great. It's been an amazing week as usual. Handling business.
I see you shining.
Shining a little bit. Just a little bit.
Ray Charles could see you shining.
You know, just a little bit out here in these streets. Odyssey's getting accepted to colleges. You know.
Oh, that's right.
Letters is coming in. Those letters is coming in.
Right, yeah.
You heard?
She got 3 yesterday. Hat trick.
3. She got the hat trick.
Yeah.
So, she's doing her thing. I'm proud of her. Happy for her. College means different things to different people.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I am. So I'm always educating her on, knowledge and all that is infinite and it's free. But the education system, the way it's set up, I think it's good for young people to get away from home a little bit.
Oh, no, definitely.
You know what I mean?
You learn about yourself.
Learn about yourself.
That's a fact.
Make some decisions. Grow up. So for us,
Yeah.
and she promised me that she would minor in business. Clap that up. I say that because she wants to major in psychology or her own little thing.
Yeah, first of all, psychology majors are like that's the real typical. I don't know what I want to do in my life.
Yeah,
it sounds really good.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and especially if she's trying to get in practice and get in our brains. Come on, man. She's gonna take a beating with that. But
That's the real. Like, I don't know what I want to do in my life, but it sounds good.
And I'm never one of those parents to tell you what you should be doing. I gave you some advice. Mm-hmm. I said, "Yo, get into technology."
But listen, if I spend, go ahead, tell your story.
I'm just saying.
Tell your story.
I said, Malcolm, you playing football, that's cool, but get into technology because I had the foresight to see where technology was going.
I get it, but that's one of those things. That's like I didn't throughout middle school, throughout high school, no interest in technology. You want me to go to college at the highest level and just start getting into technology?
Yeah,
no,
I did.
It makes no sense. I'd probably still be in school because I probably had to.
No, I mean you could have learned the basics.
Nah.
How to build a website or some shit. Because now we need it and you're slow.
I built my website. It's fine.
Yeah. Whatever. Easy, drag and drop.
So what?
Yeah.
So
drag
what?
and drop. Anybody could do that.
So what? It went down. It happened.
But with that being said, how was your week?
My week was pretty good.
See you shining a little bit too.
Listen,
how much would you charge for
Listen, man. Listen. It don't matter what I would charge. All I know is, for the month of February, they're going for 28.
Because of the 28 days.
It's because of 28 days.
Which normally we protest.
Yeah, but
28 days.
Yeah, real quick about the protest, about the 28 days thing. That the only reason that Black History Month, quote unquote, is in February is because of Thurgood Marshall's birthday. Is it Thurgood Marshall?
I don't know. You don't want to tell them the story.
No, Frederick Douglass' birthday.
Okay.
Frederick Douglass' birthday, I believe. That's the only reason. It's not because the shortest month.
Well, black folk, we have to make it seem like they disrespected us, and they know we like to cook out. Shit, and they're gonna put that in the middle of the cold weather. Yeah. We can't cook out, have a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a conspiracy within a conspiracy. So anyway, we're gonna match that vibration.
So it's $28, only for the month of February.
Only for the month of February, yeah. Then that's the price got to go up on that.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Absolutely. So again, shout out to the podcast. Shout out to the people out here who
we're like 4 subscribers away from 25,000 subscribers on YouTube.
4? Okay, let's clap that up. Somebody call a friend.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Facts.
Call a friend.
Yeah.
Help us out.
Almost there.
Yeah. With that being said, let's get the show started.
Let's get into it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, at the top of the week, it was Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yes.
What do you think? What were your thoughts?
Again, it's 50 years, plus.
Yeah.
50 years. And, as a matter of fact, when this is birth, he died on April 4th, which will make complete 50 years because my mother was pregnant with me at the time.
Okay.
And she said it traumatized her. Hence, I became the Black Dot. See how I'm superheroes? That's a superhero story.
You sounding like somebody who equates like their birth with everybody. You sounding a little suspect.
Yeah. My birth is related to the assassination of King. So that's why I'm so crazy about it. Anyway,
we're gonna let that go.
50 years, not a lot has changed for us, but there have been some things that have changed. We only focus on the I Have a Dream Malcolm.
Yeah.
I mean Martin.
Yeah.
And in his last days, he was a lot more militant.
He was a lot more militant, and then he started to come to the realization that maybe integration wasn't the best thing for
as
us.
He said, he was leading his people
into a burning building.
Russell Clark, appreciate your support.
Facts.
Into a burning building. And I listened to some of his latest speeches, and he was ready to get gangster with
I wrote a piece like last year about it, like my miseducation of him, because in school that's all we were taught was just kind of like the good stuff and
right.
I Have a Dream speech, and then once you realize like he was just a human.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Eric Dyson, who I enjoy, like I love his writing, I like when he speaks. he called him the greatest American to ever live.
Wow.
And it's just like...
That's a stretch.
That's
but in retrospect, you know what I mean?
No, but I just don't like the putting somebody on a pedestal
Absolutely.
like that. He was a man. You seen it, for the people who've seen Selma, you seen how he was, cheating on Coretta. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was a human.
He was a human. And that's when I try to tell people the spiritual essence of who you are. Sometimes this doesn't match with the human endeavors and the temptations here on earth and what we do, but it doesn't take away from his message. And I always told you, I looked at him as a sucker growing up. You know what I mean? But in retrospect, as I got older and appreciated what he was trying to do, based on, his teachings and upbringing, this was his method of getting it done. I appreciated him much later in life than I did earlier in life.
And then what I saw on Monday was a lie. The CIA was tweeting out pictures of him. The FBI was tweeting out pictures of him.
Yeah.
And then somebody said that's like from Juice when Bishop went to Raheem's
funeral. Trump spent exactly 90 seconds at the memorial. He went, he put a wreath down, and bounced. 90 seconds, like he had something more important to do. Speaking of Dr. King, do we want to get into the doctor's reports and the CIA reports?
What are we here for?
Yeah. So I wasn't sure if you was throwing that off the backboard a little bit later because
what are we here for?
It's your show. I just
might as well
show up. So now they're releasing a lot of the classified documents of him not dying on the terrace in Memphis. That he actually died in the hospital or was murdered at the hospital by the physicians who were there. And to give you a little bit of the backdrop, this took place. He was killed. The CIA, the military was involved. The Memphis police was involved. The mafia was involved. I want you to keep that in mind because we're going to revisit that when I talk about JFK, because the same people were involved when JFK got taken out. Yeah. So these, all of these factions were involved to take King out. And according to the recent reports, one of the mafia members who had a family physician said, if he doesn't die there, make sure he goes to Rosedale Hospital because we'll make sure he dies. And from what I understand, he showed up, he was still breathing. And the physicians came in, according to Dr. Pepper. I believe he's the one who sued. Yeah.
Okay, I was
funny.
Okay,
Dr.
yeah,
Pepper.
I was going to let you go.
He was the family, I think, lawyer who helped, in 99, the King family sued.
And they won, which nobody talks about.
Yeah, they won. They absolutely won. It was clearly a conspiracy to kill Dr. King. And they said when he got to the emergency room, he told all the other physicians to get out. He removed the pillow from his head. They all hopped up spit on his ass, then covered his face to make sure he died. Now, he may have died anyway, because the marksman who hit the shot was Memphis's police officer's best sharpshooter.
From deep, or was it from under?
Oh, no, I think it was, I forget which angle it was from, but we know James Earl Ray didn't have anything to do with that. We know Messy Jesse and them were involved. The no ties, the ones who had no tie on were the friendlies. And those are the ones who was getting King to come out on the back lane.
Who was that guy who, Dick Gregory showed the video of
He
that.
showed a video of one of the reverends who said, clearly said, I moved back so they can get the shot. So we understand that it was a conspiracy on multiple levels.
That's creepy, yeah.
That's creepy shit, but the same thing happened to JFK. The mob was involved, the FBI was involved, the CIA was involved, the police department were involved. It was so many factions involved with the taking out of JFK, and now we know it might have been the driver who actually hit him from under the arm. JFK, and then they said it was somebody from out of the sewer who hit him. So these conspiracies have multiple layers to it. And remember, Dick Gregory told us what happened to Malcolm X. That the person who was supposed to be resuscitating him was actually sucking the air and life out of him. And that the shots didn't come from down below, that they had blanks or, You know what I mean? That the shots came from above. Now, I say that to say they are so entrenched in what they do. You know, there was informants in the Nation of Islam at that time. And you know the FBI know how to stir the soup. This is fake news in the 60s. And how propaganda worked in the 60s is get one faction going against another. They send a letter, Malcolm X. They send a letter.
Yeah.
They did that to the Black Panther Party, send letters to each other that they wrote and create all these kind of beefs and situations. And it just goes to show you how deep the rabbit hole goes when you know.
And not to mention Hoover.
And not to mention J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
His, play in all of this to stop the rise of a black messiah.
Yo, he was so like before his time in how he operated.
Yeah, even getting film on everybody.
Right, that's
on
like
his
some
own,
things.
That's way ahead of his time.
Yeah, it's way ahead of his time.
You know what I mean? Because he knew that would be leverage. You know what I'm saying? Leverage in how to control people to make it appear that these things are happening arbitrarily, and they are not. You know what I mean? So he was way ahead of his time. He had that on all the senators. Just wasn't black people.
Yeah.
He had it on all the senators, governors. He knew who liked boys, who was cheating on their wives, and that's how he was able to stay in
Wasn't
control.
he the one to send the recording of
to Coretta Scott?
To Coretta, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When they showed that part in Selma, I was shocked.
They had to show it because these documents are public record.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So before they were public record, you could show it and then we would doubt it. But these is public record.
Yeah, I was like, wow, they actually went there.
Yeah, so
okay,
but I appreciated it in the sense that it just showed the natural essence of man. It doesn't lower Dr. King's essence and presence. It just means he was human. And we have to stop putting people up on pedestals. I keep telling y'all that idol worship, IDLE worship, slowing you down because you dealing with somebody else, or the icons that you guys are rocking with. Y'all gotta let all that stuff go and put yourself in position to do what you have to do. It doesn't mean we don't recognize certain people amongst us have great energy and have leadership qualities.
Yeah. Once, like the idol worship thing, I think that is one of like the most detrimental things in the black community right now.
It is.
Yeah, like
and because that's why I always said, I'll say it till I'm blue in the face.
Yeah.
They don't need to control millions. They need control over one who has influence over millions, and that's how, if they have 10 of those, 10 little dolls that they can control what you eat, what you think, what you wear, what you drive, your political views. And that's how so few can control so many. Mm-hmm. So it's very important that you stop putting these rappers and these ball players on fucking pedestals. These dudes, you know what they did? They wrote a few goddamn rhymes. In the grand scheme of things, right? Yeah, and some of them ain't wrote a new rhyme since the 80s. And when they see you, they expect you to exalt them. You know what I mean? So we got to let all that shit go. We appreciate your offering at that time, but all of this.
That's fact. No, that's fact.
You can dribble and jump, and I'm supposed to put you on a pedestal. That's not how I get down, ever.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I had to tell somebody recently in the comment section, I am not a master teacher. I am a master student. You know what I'm saying? Which keeps me constantly learning, and I'm going to fuck some shit up. You know what I mean? And I'm going to be transparent about it so that you don't ever, because the greatest lesson ever taught to me by Phil Valentine and Bobby Hemmett was, do not follow me anywhere. So the minute I showed up in their mix to get my lessons, there was never a moment where I felt I needed to follow them, or it was just like, especially Bobby Hemmett. Oh man, fuck that shit, man. And he goes into his spiel, and it just let me know to calm down and relax. Yeah. A lot of people are coming from church. So their mentality is the pastor is the man of God. And then when they transition into consciousness, or, you know what I'm saying? Because I always tell people the conscious community is a way station. It is where you go to decompress, get unprogrammed, reassess, and then you have to move on in the world and live your life. Not stay in the conscious community 20 and 30 years, Hotep brother talking the same shit, because then that becomes a religion. And that becomes stagnant, and stagnation leads to death.
Yeah, and then What I've noticed in the past like few years since I guess having this platform is that the same things that a lot of people in the conscious community complain about, they find themselves doing now.
Yes, absolutely.
You see them going in on Christians going in on religion, but you're following basically a traveling preacher.
Absolutely.
You know,
and that's why I didn't stay in the conscious community. I'm a pillar of it. You know what I mean? But I had to move on and learn my lessons. And,
Dope that talk. You
know what I mean? And things of that nature. But you can't stay stagnant in things because then it's a matter of regurgitation, and then that's when all the bullshit kick in.
Yeah.
That's why I don't join no organizations. None. Because they all start out positive. They all start out with great intentions, and then egos kick in, positions kick in. Who's she? Mm-hmm. She showed up. I've been here longer. How did she get that position? You start looking at a little bit of ass on the side, and then it turns into a church. And then the same rhetoric, the same hotep, the same vibrations and frequencies and all that shit. You know what I mean? And it just is what it is. You know what I mean? So I'm always telling people it's a great for a transition, but don't lock yourself into that. Get your lessons, and then you have to move into the world on some kung fu shit. You know, that's before your time. Kung fu. He used to travel the world and just like meet people, greet people.
Who are you talking about?
David Carradine.
You didn't say his name. You just said on some kung fu. Only been
those who are a little older know what I mean. We used to watch kung fu. He used to fuck a few people up too. You know, great.
Shout out to Larry Jefferson. We appreciate you and MJA 2873.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Now this is not really important in life, but I feel like it's important enough to pay attention to.
Okay.
So it was announced that Family Guy is going to start phasing out their gay jokes.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, and I thought it was kind of interesting because Family Guy, like South Park, like these shows, like they're funny because like nobody's safe. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's how comedy's supposed. Nobody's safe.
And because it's a cartoon,
right?
Your leeway to explore things and go over the edge somewhat was always there, even in Boondocks,
right? Exactly.
And these cartoons, because it's a cartoon. So now
they phasing out gay jokes, and first of all, I feel like when things like this happen, I feel like people in the gay community or the LGBTQ community should be offended, because what they're essentially saying is you are not, I guess, mentally there enough to be able to take a joke.
Ooh, clap it up. I just want to say Malcolm said that. I'm talking to the gay community. I don't want no problems.
I'm saying you should honestly feel
Malcolm
offended.
said that shit, not me.
You should feel offended at that more so than the joke, because they're saying like you're not able to take a joke.
Right, but in comedians in particular, and this goes back to the Kevin Hart situation. I know he didn't say it on stage, but comedians now are coming under fire for specific groups. Y'all in y'all feelings.
No, again, we talked about it's cool to be outraged.
Yes, fake outrage.
It's so cool to feel like, you know, and then because everybody has a Twitter, everybody has Instagram, Facebook, you think your opinion matters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I find it very ironic that, so, you know what if black people say now, we offended that y'all telling black jokes on the show.
Real quick. There was an episode like years ago on South Park about Family Guy, right? And apparently, like in the episode, Family Guy was talking about Muhammad, right?
Okay.
And then they were like, "Yo, this is terrible." And one of the characters was like, "Yo, this is horrible." One of the characters who's like the most racist character like in the whole show. And then they were like, "Yo, since when do you care?" But the thing was, he only wanted them to pull that episode about Muhammad, because he said once that happens, then every other group, if you feel offended, can
absolutely
demand that they pull an episode, demand that they pull a joke, and then once that happens, you got to cancel the show altogether.
Got to cancel the show, because what if fat people now have an issue? You know what I'm saying? Gay people, fat people, black people. The list could go on, and with Twitter now and everybody having a voice. Who's to say that your show won't be worth anything? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So you pay close attention.
And American Dad is better than Family Guy now. Anyway, that's just for the people that know.
I don't really watch none
for
of
the
them.
people that know.
But knowing and understanding that this is the beginning of something, but it's also the LBGT exerting power.
Flexing.
They are flexing their muscle.
Oh my God.
If you got a problem, we can just come shut you down.
Flexing,
right?
Yeah.
So you got to be careful.
And when I saw the story, I actually tweeted like, it's something to pay attention to.
It is absolutely something to pay attention to, because one thing leads to another, and none of this happens arbitrarily. It's always a game plan behind it. If we can get Family Guy, because he even said it in the episode.
He said, to be fair, to be fair, we're trying to phase out some of the gay jokes.
Yeah, and we'll start with gay jokes. You know how Peter Griffin talks, you know. So he went with that, and I thought he was playing, but I see that it was something real to that. So as a black man, I am now offended by Family Guy.
Yep.
So I'm going to tweet them.
Yep, and their only black character is not even voiced by a black person. I'm offended.
Oh,
Cleveland, yeah.
Cleveland is not a black guy?
White,
okay. Yeah, I'm offended by that. I think Cleveland, you just added some shit to it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Cleveland should be played by a black guy.
Yep.
And I think all of the black jokes on that show should now be canceled. Yeah. Join me in the movement if you feel the same.
Exactly.
Since everybody else in their feelings, you know.
That's funny.
Speaking of in their feelings, I'm in my feelings because this book sales declined.
Wait, time out. Let's clap it up because
we sold out of those hip hop decoders in 4 hours.
Gone.
4, maybe 5. To the point, people were calling me, cursing me out. I had to give them their money back. One dude, peace to him, Benjamin, my man. I hope you got your book. I made sure you got one of my personal copies. Yeah, you got my personal copy because he emailed me and he didn't mean nothing by it, but he like, yo, this is very unprofessional. I got my money back. And I'm like, wait a minute, homie. How is that unprofessional to get your money back? Yeah. You know, but then he hit me up.
No, he said you didn't leave a note.
Yeah. I was a little technical. I wasn't supposed to leave a note. You were throwing wifey under the bus. As soon as the bus is coming. Yeah. But anyway, I felt his frustration because he really wanted Hip Hop Decoded, and so we had to give him my own personal copy. And as a result, he just purchased 3 or 4 more books, you know, like this. See how it works? Customer service. We here at Momi Media aim to please. So we went above and beyond to make sure the customer. But anyway,
not stealing money.
Yeah, we're not stealing money.
Nope.
But this sales declined, and this is still $10 until February 1. That's it. That's the best I can do.
28. Come on.
February 28th?
Yeah.
No. February 1. This when
it's Black History Month.
It's Black History Month.
Yes, 28.
But here's the thing. We're going to have a secret meeting right now. If people think the book is still available until February 28th, they won't buy it. See, we have to add scarcity.
That's just business 101.
Yeah, scarcity. See, we really only have 1 box of Hip Hop Decoders. They flew out.
Yeah,
right?
they did, yeah.
We have a lot of these left. You know what I'm saying? So, we have to create the illusion we don't have a lot.
Okay, so...
Or that the sale is on... meeting's over.
Yeah. Disregard that.
Disregard what you heard. February 1 is the best I can do. I talked to management. Talk to my manager. I can't
do nothing better.
I can't do nothing better than $10 until February 1 for this book. I mean, that's it. So hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy.
That's funny.
Shout out to those who got their book. I see y'all out there.
Oh, facts. People been hitting me up on the gram, showing me the books and stuff like that. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, appreciate it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, I watched a really cool special on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, I liked it. I thought it was entertaining.
No, Killer Mike's
Trigger Warning.
Trigger Warning was brilliant. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Let's hear what you have to say.
No, I thought it
was brilliant.
I thought it was really well done. It was entertaining. Mm-hmm. If you took it too seriously, I can see why you don't like it.
Yeah.
What else? It was funny.
Yes.
It was. And then I felt like he did what we aim to do on this show, which is like give you the medicine in the.
Yeah, put the food in the medicine.
Put the medicine in the food.
Oh, put the medicine in the food.
Yeah,
right. Put the medicine in the food.
Because you're always messing up sayings. But that's what I felt like he was trying to do, and I felt like he did a great job. Some people felt like he was kind of, buffooning like around everything, but I think to have a platform not like Netflix greenlight your show, you have to like go around.
There's certain satire aspects that have to be infused into your show.
What that reminded me of, and I think it was like in the first Hidden Colors. I forgot the guy's name. He was talking about Richard Pryor's special that he had when he was in the pyramids, and he was talking about, oh, look at all these black people.
All these black, y'all ain't create nothing.
Right.
And the white people walked out and left him in there.
Right.
Absolutely. So Richard Pryor was also putting the medicine in the food.
Yes.
I got that right?
You got that right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me know when it's my turn to go through this.
Cook.
Let me cook a little bit on this. Most of this is going to go over most people's heads, right? Because they're just watching it from a linear perspective. Let's go to episode 1. Mm-hmm. Episode 1 was about buying black.
Yeah.
Right? His goal, 3 days, was to try to buy
exclusively 100%
black, which means he couldn't ride in no cars that weren't black owned. Mm-hmm. He couldn't eat no food that wasn't made on black farms. And you see at day 3, he got real hungry. He finally made it to a black restaurant. He sat down, and his white partner said, dude, are you sure this was... And he called the owner over.
Please tell me this is...
tell me this was made and grown on a black farm. They said, no, he had to get up and leave.
Yeah.
Right? I thought that was great to show you it's not easy to buy black as you think it is. Like, we get on these platforms and talk... real revolutionary shit, and we don't own none of this.
Yeah, we don't own YouTube. We don't
own YouTube, Facebook,
none of it.
iPhones, none of it. Right? And that was a great episode in which he demonstrated that.
You know what's funny? He was talking about, I can't smoke no Mexican weed.
I can't smoke no Mexican. He told the stripper, she was a Japanese stripper, Ma, normally I throw some ones your way, but I'm trying to buy black for 3 days, so I can't spend no money with you. And it just goes to show you how far.
What's the name of that strip club again?
Oh, Blue Magic.
It wasn't Blue Magic.
Yeah, it's Blue Magic.
Yeah, gotta make it.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
Gotta make a visit.
It's dope. That's the one I told you. Every song, I was dancing with the chicks. It was $5.
Every song? Oh yeah, and then you said there was.
And I didn't know the DJ was bang bang. And I'm like, and she was like, that's $20. I'm like, $20 because they played 4 songs. And they don't play the whole song.
Yeah.
So watch that ass. Listen to the DJ. Watch that ass. Listen to the DJ. Right? So, long story short, he do some satire and some jokes in there and this and that, but the whole episode, and then the WeBuyBlack.com, we need to revisit that site. All right?
Yeah.
But what I got out of that was, through all of the jokes and this and that, is we truly have a long way to go when we talk about spinning black from A to Z, right?
Yeah, he wound up on a park bench because
he couldn't. There were no black hotels in Athens, right? And even when he went to the black barber, he said there used to be 66 black businesses up and down here, and they're all gone now. You know what I mean? So,
and then he talked about, it was a green book where
a green book that used to show you where everything black along your path was, right? And I think we need that again. And he made mention of that.
No, there's actually like an app. It was an app, and it shows you like the local black businesses in your area.
Okay, so now that we all tech savvy,
somebody created it, and then Jay-Z, I think it was, or Diddy, it was one of the two,
took it to another level.
Try to like take it to another, but essentially it's still out there. But
essentially, but that was just a great. Whoever came up with the original idea, it was a great idea, right? Because we all have technology with us, right? So with that being said, let's get to episode 2. Episode 2 dealt with
tradesmanship, like vocational work,
right? And that dealt with the porn stuff.
So the clip that everybody was sharing online, the first clip I saw on Twitter was he was talking to a group of kids, And he was asking them what they wanted to be. One kid said, I want to be a scientist. Other kid, pediatrician, things like that. And then one kid, black kid, he said, I want to be a president and I want to do something else. And then Killer Mike was like, you owe it to your parents to do something more practical. Mm-hmm. You're never going to be a president. Right? Now, when he said that, it's easy to, your first reaction to be like, you're telling the kid he can't be anything you want to be. You're killing the kid's dreams. However, when you think about the actual presidency in this country, right? And then if your response to that was we got Barack Obama, you're really short-sighted in the fact that he was half white,
right? And the white side of him is what became the president,
right? And then if you think, and then again, when we just about the elections, if every black person in America voted for him,
you still couldn't get him in. You couldn't get him close to being in.
Exactly.
So with that being said, I had a problem, but I didn't have a problem.
I got what he was trying to do.
But I thought he should have expounded on it a little bit more, and I'll explain this. First of all, presidents are not elected, they're selected in this country. Those of us who are on it, we know that, right? And what he should have did was, because he seemed to be crushing the black kid's dream, real talk though, you're never going to be the president. Let's just keep it a buck, right? He should have turned to that little white boy and said, hold on. You wanted to be a scientist and cure cancer. You will never do that because based on your demographics, you probably come from trailer park trash because you're here with black kids. Your moms and dad ain't go to Harvard or you be in a greater school. You will not be a scientist and you will not cure cancer because cancer is worth billions of dollars in this country, right? So I thought he maybe should have addressed the white kid a little bit by telling him to stay in his place. But he maybe should have did that so it wouldn't have seemed so one-sided. No. However, back to Trigger.
And it was called the Blue Flame.
The Blue Flame. What did I say? The Blue
You said Magic? Blue Magic. Cause
that's a group.
No, that's American Gangster.
No, Blue Magic is also a group from the...
That was a drug that...
From the 70s.
Frank Lucas was selling. But go ahead.
Okay, yeah, he was selling heroin. Yeah. Okay, now, so, with that being said, there are so many jobs in this country that go unfulfilled. Mm-hmm. Great paying jobs. Right? Because most of you niggas want to be rappers. And ball players.
Talk about that because like the next scene, he was talking to adults and asking them what their dream. Like
he was asking these adults what they wanted to be, and 2 or 3 of the black guys said
the only 3 black dudes in the room.
Music industry. I like music. So, but the point I'm trying to make is this, and I want y'all to take this very seriously. There are tech and coding and engineering jobs that go unfulfilled. If you spent 90 days on YouTube with no interruption, put the mixtape down, stop waiting for wifey to get her tax return so you could double down on the mixtape. If you put all of that to the side and spent 90 days on YouTube and then take a test, I guarantee you could be qualified to code and make 100 starting. These jobs start at 100. Then you could fund your own rap shit on the goddamn side. This is real spit today, guys. But no, I wrote in this book, and it's not a plug, rap is now our savior. So many dudes want to bypass education, and I'm not talking about the part of education you don't need, biology or history and all that stupid. Most of the classes you take, you really don't need. But a real trade, something that nobody can take away from you, is so valuable in this day and time. And that's why all of those jobs are going unfulfilled. And you have people, grown-ass men, sitting at home, 30 and 40 years old, telling me they got a new fucking mixtape coming out. And 95% of them should stop. Right? We all know 95% of the dudes that come to you, yo, my shit is coming out. It's like a program now. And that's not what hip-hop was for. Hip-hop was a gift that is now turned into a curse. It was a gift because it provided us platforms to economically strengthen ourselves if we had owned it all, right? Mm-hmm. Gave us a political voice so that we can change and steer political, socially. I learned about Malcom X and a lot of that stuff while watching Public Enemy and KRS and that part of it. So now you can be birthed in hip hop and never have to leave outside of its reigns and provide for your family. But those who are in control have, twisted it to the point now where we don't control any of it. And a lot of brothers and sisters who don't have that skill set are doing it. See, in basketball, at least if you don't have the skill set immediately. Like, bro, you're not making it in the college, you move on. Yeah. But rap is something about it that these dudes want to get lazy. See, rap made dudes lazy.
I mean, you can hear it in the music.
You can hear it in the music.
Yes.
Dudes don't want to go to school. Dudes don't want to do nothing. They want to spit 16 because that's their way out. So it has become a gift and a curse. So he decided to use porn as a way to fuse that with trade. That was extreme.
I had to skip it through a lot of
that. That was extreme for a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
It was extreme because he had the gay porn in there.
I was just like...
Right? But where was he at? He was in Atlanta.
He was in Atlanta.
Right?
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, that's a reality. Especially in Atlanta. Right? So, but the number one visited site in the world is gay porn. I mean, just porn sites.
I was like, wait, what?
No, porn sites in general, right? So, from a logical standpoint, just looking at numbers, if you fuse the two,
and sex sells, so it made sense. I get what
right, but it was an extreme. But I just took a few points off because I know it's TV and shock value works, right? Mm-hmm. Now I would be a chauvinist if I didn't say I also did not like the lesbian scene that took place in the movie. But I did. No, I'm okay. No, scratch that. I didn't like any of it. It was foul. So that episode took that route.
Right.
At the end of the day, he tested them. They did better on the tests based on And he was just telling me most of these dudes, you need to go get a trade, learn how to really do something. And that's not a knock on those who are skilled to play ball or skilled to do music. But not everybody can rap. So when everybody can rap, nobody can rap.
Right, and a lot of the universities, like the A&Ts, the agriculture and technology, those were because a lot of the technical jobs in the country back then were being unfilled. Right, and then a lot of black people had the opportunity to make some great living.
Especially coming up north from the south.
Right.
And really make a great living for themselves. Right? So, with that being said.
But real quick, going back to the kids thing, because I was seeing this debate online a lot, that there's a such thing as, I guess, killing a kid's dream, but there's also, you can do it with some tact as well.
Yes.
So, like, when I was at the after school program, and a lot of those, like, most of the older boys want to be basketball players or football players.
When you ask them what they want
to do. So I printed out the statistics to get into the NBA or NFL. NFL is like 0.0008%
yes.
of the players who, of like the high school players who eventually make it to the NFL.
From around the country.
So I say, look, the chances of you going, not high.
You have to be the best.
You have to, and then
of the best.
So I'm not, killing their dreams, but I'm giving you the actual reality.
I'm showing you numbers.
Yeah.
And I used to always tell kids, if you get a free education to college, you're the winner.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
so forget about going pro. That would be the gravy. If you got free trip to college, you're the winner.
That's a fact.
So that you can come out and at least play this game that's being played.
That's right.
Episode 3, because I don't want to spend all the show on this, was about...
What was episode 3?
Blood Pop.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the Bloods and Crips.
Yeah.
He noticed that Hell's Angels, one of the most notorious gangs in America, they kill people.
Yeah.
Right?
And I thought this episode was dope. This episode was dope because when they did the focus group.
Yes.
When they did the focus group, because they wanted to see how audiences will react to the Cripple Cola and things like that. And then somebody said, well, what about, the Hells Angels? Like, the guy said, what about Hells Angels? He said, well, I know they help the community. Like, I know they've done stuff. And then the dudes behind the glass, like, wait, what?
And guess what the Crips used to do? Help people. The Bloods used to do. Help people before they were infiltrated. So even those are organizations that attempted at some point before. But these guys, because we're alchemists, right? We take the lemons and we make lemonades. So what Killer Mike was doing is say, dudes, why don't you guys come up with your own? Because I told y'all 15 episodes ago, you got to be corked up in America. So they were trying to transform themselves from street hustlers to corporate moguls with their own soda. And he was quite frank to say Coca-Cola and Pepsi been killing us.
Yeah.
So why don't we create our own shit, a little bit of less sugar, right? And make our own money and kill our own people. Funny as shit, but true. Right? This is the stamp in America. Take your hustle and corp it up and then go legit. And it was funny when he went to the bank.
Oh, yeah.
And the bank, and it was like, so what do you do? Into distribution. So you have an organization? Yeah, well, we pretty organized. It was funny as shit.
He said, do you collect taxes? He said,
nah, we don't collect taxes. Was anybody keeping book records? I should be keeping records. We don't. Well, he was like, I can't give y'all nothing, man. Y'all can't get nothing. You know what I mean? So it was real funny.
But what I thought was like a smart thing about that episode that was really cool when the guy was showing them their new logo.
Yes.
And how much pride, he said, so we own that logo. He was like, yeah, this y'all fun. And then they took so much pride in ownership. That was really cool.
So you were seeing the potential of young people who may not really want to be on the street but don't have choices or are not informed that you too can step into the corporate world and be a corporate gangster. Right?
Yeah.
Don't let Jay-Z be the blueprint, even though he may be. Now you have to be able to understand those concepts. So I thought it was great on how we always take lemons and make lemonade. We always transform ourselves. So Killer Mike was killing it in this specific. And the Bloods and Crips got together at the end. And it was funny how the dudes thought the soda tasted great until they found out that the Crips made it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that shit don't taste good. Man. Show you how mind control works, right?
Yeah.
Now, last but not least, I watched the episode on sleep.
That was a really dope one.
Dope episode. Killer Mike was saying, I'm tired of this white Jesus, right? We need to create our own religion. And he sat down with Creflo Dollar, and Creflo Dollar buckled like a old dollar bill.
That dude is a crook. But yeah,
he's a crook.
That dude is a crook.
And so he came to the conclusion, no, my man name is Sleep. And he looked sleepy all the time. He said, let's make a religion based on him. And the whole episode was based on sleep, getting some rest, and coming up with new ideas. And I thought it was brilliant how he also laid that episode out to show you, and it all centered around you.
Yeah.
It all centered around be who you are, stop following these people around, this and that, and every now and then just take a nap. Because the word on the street now, the buzzword is woke, right? But your t-shirt last week said, woke, but I take naps.
That's a fact.
Right? Because if you stayed up all the time, you would start hallucinating.
That's a fact.
And you would start really acting fucking crazy.
Yep.
And that used to be me. 20 years ago, I was so woke on everything. Colors, sounds, vibrations. What did he say? Quotes in the movies. Everything was woke. And then 9/11 happened. Right? Mm-hmm. And I always tell you, I said, this is it. This is the moment I've been preparing for my whole life. I am ready, strategically ready to do this shit. And I said, let me go to the hood and just inform the brothers and sisters what's going on. And my niggas was out there having a cookout. It was 9/13 or 9/12. Niggas was boom, boom, boom. Hey, yo, what up? Doc D, what you calling yourself now? All right, nigga, yeah. I don't want to be disrespectful. Niggas is having a cookout, having a good time and shit. And I said, yo, this shit is crazy, but it brought a certain calm over me. It put me to sleep. Meaning it allowed me to take a nap and calm down, because there's two ways I could have saw that. Oh, these niggas don't know what time it is. They're going to be the first ones to die. But the way they looked at me and the way I felt is that they were saying, Doc, come on, man. You know we've been here. We gonna be here. That ain't none of our business. And it calmed me down. And then I became woke, but I take naps. Yeah, sure, I might get a chicken sandwich from time to time.
That's how I live
Doesn't
my life.
mean I'm not woke and know what time things is going on. So sleep is important. We also know that sleep is when you enter the astral realms and really become awakened to who you really are. So the fact that his man name was Sleep was brilliant. I want to clap that up. Killer Mike, you did a hell of a job.
Yeah, I thought it was well put together.
if you have eyes to see.
No,
you know what I mean?
Because Choke No Joke, he was very adamant of his criticisms of Killer Mike, and I felt his criticisms were really, really base level, like really just
low hanging fruit.
Yeah, he you know, took stuff to complain about, and then he was like adding stuff. He was like adding,
he twisted the story a little bit.
He was adding episodes together,
and that's not a knock on Choke. I don't know him, but I did. I heard his piece before I saw the show.
And then what did I tell you? I was just like, nah.
Yeah, he was like, it wasn't that, you know, serious. Yeah, he was saying buy black, and he had the white dude with him. And let's take that. Let's talk about that too. Mm-hmm. In the South, like in the North, you can live your whole life here and not have no white friends unless you work in corporate America. Right. In the South, you got 8 or 9 white friends whether you work or not. Bubba, fix your car. You go fishing with Tom, John, and John, and this one. And that's just the culture down there. So they have a different culture when you talk about Southern men, and you know, and their relationship. Doesn't mean the racism is any different. It's just a different breed of it. So I didn't get offended that his rhyme partner is white. But after that episode was over, he was no longer buying black. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So the principles and laws in which Choke No Joke was talking about, I thought expanded through every episode, and they didn't. Yeah. That was over. The up with hope, down with dope, or fuck hope, something with dope situation.
Do dope.
Do dope, fuck hope was only relative to the sleep episode. You know what I'm saying? Because they were in the Blue Flame. And, you know, puffing it up and this and that, and had some strippers and the chicks in the choir had their asses out and shit. And it was modern day shit. Also, you know that the strip culture down there is a part of the culture. If you are not from there, then you're going to have serious problems understanding what their culture is and how their economics flow in the South.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, the government shutdown is still going on.
Whoa!
Yeah. And I feel like Trump is eventually going to get that wall.
Okay.
The government shutdown it came from the Senate not wanting to fund his wall, which would be about $5.7 billion.
That ain't no money.
But listen
when
to this.
When they spend that on fake space exploration.
But listen to this. So there was an estimation that the government shutdown to this point has cost America $6 billion.
Absolutely.
So we're playing chicken. So like Democrats are playing chicken with Trump, who only just wants the wall, which was a big campaign promise when he was running. Right, we're gonna build the wall.
And I want to be clear. I am not agreeing that they should build a wall, because a wall not only keeps people out. I mean, it also keeps people in. So you need to be clear. Y'all think the wall is to stop people from coming in. It might be to stop you motherfuckers from going out. So be clear on that. And, you know, these Mexicans are too innovative for that anyway. It's probably going to be a waste of money. They just going to build something under the goddamn wall.
But it's just, again, campaign promise. And 2020 is coming up. So all he has to do is go, I promised you a wall.
And here it is.
And here it is, right? And then Democrats are playing chicken with this man who does not care about the people if they're eating. He's a billionaire.
Right.
He's not losing no money.
Absolutely.
And Democrats are supposed to be the party who are supposed to be compassionate and care about these people.
About the people on welfare who need their food stamps and Section 8. And hungry.
There's people who's hungry right now as a result of this little game you're playing.
Absolutely. So you got to be careful what you wish for.
Right.
And in this game of cat and mouse with a billionaire who doesn't give a shit. Remember, he's a corporate dude. So this is like corporate warfare for him. And we understand America is a corporation, right? So he is playing a corporate game that he would play with Coke or Pepsi or a real estate agent. It's just that the country is the one. And I'm going to tell you, when you start messing with people's food, you're going to start seeing that trickle down. You better hold on to your purse a little tighter, because when people ribs start touching, you're going to see unprofessional killers.
Oh, shout out to
that's the last thing you want to see.
Yeah, it's people not getting their food stamps. And shout out to Tia, my friend Tia. She shared a formula recipe for like a homemade formula recipe for people who weren't able to get their food stamps to be able to feed their children.
Or stretch their food.
Yeah.
Clap that up. Clap that up.
Shared
And I seen people in different organizations setting up food drives. And I know a lot of people may not fit, you feel your pride. Because imagine you working your whole life and now you find yourself in a situation where you need help. Well, I'm going to say that to these people, go get that help. Because you deserve that help. As much service as you provided all of these years, hold your head up and go get that help. Because I'm going to tell you, if it hit me, I'm in line. Like, why is this goddamn line not moving? I need my cereal or whatever the case may be. So, let's be clear, because, like I said, you don't want an unprofessional crook. Yeah. Fuck around and really shoot you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like professional criminals, they know, but you don't want an amateur coming at you. Because, that shit could be crazy. And when people's ribs start touching, you see the worst of them. And most black people, we don't want to admit it, we 3, 4, 5 paychecks away from it all being over. Shit, I'll sell this microphone right here. I'll be yelling. With no mic. Didn't they have mics last week? Yeah, the government shut down and shit. Didn't Doc have a laptop in front of him the week after? Hey, man.
Got a notepad.
You got a notepad. Nigga taking this note. Didn't they have a TV back there? Now Malcolm showing pictures and shit. Listen, shit. We don't fuck around here. Everything gotta go. Everything.
Yo, so the Supreme Court.
I'll tell Eli, you had 2 walkers. You got one. Nigga, you got one. Like, work that shit out, nigga. Shit, we don't play.
So on the Supreme Court on Tuesday granted the Trump administration's request to bar most transgender people from the military.
Okay.
And that was something that Obama advocated for, and then he got it rolled back because I think it was a 5-4 vote in the Supreme Court, and I think, obviously it was the vote, the Supreme Court justice that he got in.
Oh, okay.
That was the tipping factor. But it's crazy because watching Trump.
But how does that work?
Right.
Like, can they fight? I mean,
what are you talking about?
The gay people, can they fight? If they can fight, they should. I guess they should be in the war, right? Can they fight?
I don't think women are allowed to fight.
But what about the transgenders?
I have no idea. That's actually a good point. I know you're trying to be funny. I know you're trying to be funny.
I'm just asking.
But that's a good question.
Because can they fight?
What if you're biologically a man and then transition and then you're an able bodied that can fight,
but now you're a woman, so you're in the office like this.
Yeah, that's actually a good point,
right? Because if they draft you, I
gotta go.
Nah, you be like, I am now Michelle. And you be in the office like this. Y'all get out there and fight. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm just saying,
that's actually a good question. That's actually a good question.
That's a good question. I mean, how does this work?
Yeah.
Am I in the foxhole with a bitch ass nigga? I mean, just saying, how does this work? I mean, we at war, and I'm in with a few bitches. I mean, I don't know. Just asking. Just asking. So we can, be prepared for that.
But it's fascinating watching Trump because he's showing you how simple it is to really topple a democracy.
He is. It's 101. He's toppling this shit 101.
It's crazy. He does whatever he wants with impunity. He says whatever he wants.
Yes.
Every rule that we thought we had about government, how a president's supposed to act, throw it out the window.
Right. He's the anti-Obama.
Yeah.
Right? If Obama had tried this shit, they would have shot him in his fucking head. You know it, and I know it. He had to stay presidential at all times. You know what I'm saying? And Trump, he don't have to do that. Which will lead me to them little white kids, little white privileged kids a little bit later. And, if that was black kids, that would have been crazy.
Real quick, there is word that the Democrats are proposing a bill to fund a smart border wall. So it's not actually a physical wall, but
it's like an electronic, bzzz,
no, it's more money on technology and more money on technology and actual security on the border rather than a physical wall, because they're saying physical walls are barbaric and just
old school.
Yeah,
it's like the wall of China. Right, y'all niggas gonna build a physical wall.
Yeah,
and all these dudes got to do is tunnel under the wall and still be here. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's gonna make no sense. That's gonna make no kind of sense.
Like I said, he's about to get what he wants. He always gets what he wants. It's kind of sick, man.
Yeah, this is some sick shit.
Kind of sick, yeah.
But black people don't put too much energy into that. Double down on your energy, right? And only give your energy to things that are going to give you your energy back.
Facts.
That's my rule for 2019. If I'm not giving energy to none of that craziness, if I know I'm not going to get the energy back, because we at a state now where we got to double down. You know what I mean? So just pay attention, stay close to your family, stay close to the ones you respect, and you're going to be good.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So this was 2 days ago, right? This was on Wednesday. No, this is 2 days ago. That Chris Brown was arrested in Paris, accused of rape. And then it came out the day later that the woman was lying.
Okay.
And then he got out of jail, no charges, and he's planning on suing the woman that actually brought those charges up against him. Now, I thought it was crazy because when the initial story got out that he was charged for rape, people got off.
Yeah, as they do.
People got off on him, and I don't want to say it's warranted because of his past indiscretions with
Listen, he was 18 years old. He made some mistakes. You know what I mean? His behavior since then, I don't know what his life is. I'm not a Chris Brown fan. That's my kid's era and generation. So I don't know if he continued a behavior of such, or because I saw his documentary and he seemed to really kind of clean himself up. He came from a domestic background, right? And hurt people. And he saw his mother being beaten. Maybe he thought that's what he should have did. No excuses. I think he paid his price. His daughter seemed to have changed his life for him in terms of gave him purpose, but he is still an entertainer. And with entertainment comes opportunity, temptation, so many, gold diggers. There's so many different aspects to it that you have to be careful.
Yeah, and then when it came out that the chart, everything was false, I didn't see the same vigor that...
Of course not, because there's no story in there.
Yo, because the word I see popping up on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook so much now, everybody just throws it out as predator.
Yeah. The new buzzword.
That's the new buzzword.
Predator.
Yeah. Would it be fair, right, because they throw it out for everything, would it be fair to call women who prey on weak-minded men who have money... Predators.
Absolutely.
You call them gold diggers, but
you can't do that. You can't do that.
I'm just I'm not taking away anything from actual victims. I'm just saying.
I get what you're saying. And should they be charged and get the time that the guy would have got had the case been real?
That'd be
right, because then maybe we would cut down and we would have just real cases. Not you had sex with a black guy and now you regret it. So now you're going to say he raped you. And he go away, blow his football career, and then when you have a conscious 8-9 years later, he didn't really do it, and now his life is screwed, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So if they implement a law, if you make a false claim, whatever time the guy would have got, you would have got, we'd have less false claims, in my humble opinion. We'd have real claims that go, listen, and if a woman is going to stand strong on that, you better take her word for it because she know the consequences for this. It don't become a money grab because a lot of times it just be a money grab. You don't want this to go to trial. Just settle, put a few dollars in my pocket, and I can keep it moving. Some women come out with the intention to get up with these so-called celebrities. Let's be clear, right? And then there are we know men who are out praying because I don't know if you saw that internet episode. Where the guy was raping the girl on live
Facebook.
TV on Facebook.
That made my stomach turn.
It was disgusting. I don't care if it was false, true. The very concept of it was disgusting. And one of the first things we always teach Odyssey is you watch yourself around certain people. Don't be drinking around anybody and everybody because these dudes are losers. Anytime you need to place something in somebody's drink to take advantage of them, you are a fucking loser.
And to be clear, we're not, because when anywhere else, right? If you were to give a warning like that, people's first response is you're normalizing rape.
No,
I'm not normalizing anything. If I tell you, if you come down like certain block I live in, down that corner right there after 9 o'clock, don't go down there.
Right.
You might get robbed.
Absolutely.
Is that me normalizing getting
robbed? No, that's me giving you a warning by me understanding what's down that block because I've been down that block. So that's me telling my daughter, because we have the realest we'll take one day. We have real conversations in here about sex and drugs and what college could represent for you. Because I would not be doing my duty as a dad if I sent my daughter out into the world naive to what's really going on here.
Yeah.
So prepare yourself. And I told her about the 1 drink rule. I don't drink like that. If you know me personally, you know I don't drink like that. But you would swear I was drinking with you all night. Because I know how to hold the same drink all goddamn night. Because here's the things. If your friends are with you and y'all pour a drink, yeah, nigga, bitches in the house, right? And then y'all all going out and chilling. When they come back around, if they see a drink in your hand, they assume you got more. Yeah. They go, oh yeah, nigga, do it. But if you don't have a drink in your hand, you know what they're gonna do? Yeah. They're gonna pour you another drink. So all I'm doing is, yo, nigga, it's crazy out here. Put that shit right down on the table. Oh, this nigga coming. This nigga's a big drinker. Yo, D, you, hey, nigga. I don't know, son. Somebody gonna have to drive. It's all bullshit. It's all an illusion. Right?
Yeah.
And I teach that because it's important that you understand how this game is played because you don't know who's watching you.
Yeah.
And the bartenders being on that shit and this and that, and you put your drink down or you just trying to get free drinks because the fellas. No, these niggas is throwing shit in your drink. Yeah, that's watching.
Insane. I heard, because I one time I heard about
shit kicking any minute now.
I heard about something happening on one of my college campus, like my freshman year, and I was so naive to the fact, like, wait, this really happens?
Alameda Kami, thank you. Appreciate the support.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I was so naive to the fact that actually happens. Like, it really goes down.
Yes. Date rape is serious in this country, so parents, have real conversations with your kids, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Have real conversations about scenarios in which they can always be in control of their scenarios. And if you drink, and make sure you and your girls drink before you get there, goddammit. Yeah. I'm not promoting drinking, but that's some college shit. Drink before you get there. And then hold your 1 drink up and you're good to go.
It's called pre-gaming.
Yeah, pre-gaming. That's what they call it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Pre-game.
So, I'm sure everybody saw the video of the
Covington,
the Native American beating his drum, and the Covington Catholic school kids with their MAGA hats on. One kid, I don't know his name, but he was staring in his face. He had his little smile, smug smile,
smirk on his face.
So it made big news. First of all, this kid got. First of all, nobody wanted to release his name because obviously he's underage, so you're not technically supposed to.
Okay.
But given the same situation, if it was a black kid, his name would have been up
all over the place
in a second. He also
they eventually did release his name. I forget what it was. Yeah.
And he actually got the whole interview on Good Morning America.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
And he was able to give his side of the story and things like that.
And he didn't apologize.
And he didn't apologize. No, he did not. He said, "I'm not going to apologize." He said, "I feel like it was my right to be there." Because apparently the story was those kids were there and there was some Hebrew Israelites there.
Yeah, it was going down.
Right? And they said that they were shouting obscenities at us, which I completely believe.
Yeah, the Hebrew Israelites don't give a fuck.
I completely believe it.
And I heard them say, trailer park, incest, you kids, so it's one of them dudes is going in. Yeah.
Yeah, so like.
And then they did this little thing they do at their school. Hey! The white kids. Okay, they did like a little chant or something, and that might just be a high school thing. Yeah. You don't know what it is, and and it started getting escalated. Yeah. And the Native American came in beating his drum to kind of quell the situation, and it escalated. But it reeked of white privilege.
Oh hell yeah!
It reeked of just white privilege.
Oh yeah!
And these are the future judges and lawyers and doctors. Now, there's a portion of the white community, is it still white? White community that, by culture, they listen to hip hop, they do all of that kind of stuff, and they may be a little lenient on black people because they love black people.
Right.
Then there's a portion that don't. These dudes,
Yeah.
they strictly, you know what I'm saying, off to the left. And that's the battle always being fought in America, while you can have a white friend who may not be racist. You know what I'm saying? And then
see his face?
Yeah. That is the epitome of somebody who should get punched in their jaw.
Yeah. Just
Yeah. You know what I mean?
He's getting invited to the White House too.
Oh, yeah. So Trump is gonna use that, you know. Yeah. Sit down,
and then,
nice,
you know,
little white kids.
And then you know what the media does? They brought up the guy's criminal record, which is like 40 years old.
Who the Native American?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
His criminal record is like 40. I forgot what happened. He did something when he was like 19. And he's a Vietnam veteran. Like,
and Stop it.
But real quick. Throughout my reading of Black Fortunes, which is the book of the month,
I'm reading too. I'm not as far ahead as you are, but I did already learn some amazing stuff about black people.
Yeah, I didn't know that Native Americans owned slaves.
Yeah,
in Oklahoma, like the 5 tribes of Oklahoma, like every single one of them owned slaves.
Yeah.
And the 40 acres and the mule thing came from those African American slaves who were freed by those.
I did not know
Native
that.
Americans wanted some of the land who they felt that they
was entitled
to, and they said, you know, maybe a mule and maybe a plow, and
40 acres.
Yeah, 40 acres. At first they were 160 acres, and then they called it back a little bit.
Okay. 1/4 of that.
Right.
Probably considered them 1/4 of people. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it,
crazy. I had no idea.
Okay, so
when every time we talk about like I guess like trauma, and we always kind of lump them, we kind of see them from across the aisle like, yo, I feel you. Now I'm like, nah, I don't know,
yeah. See,
I don't know, B.
It's real deep. What's going on? You niggas own slaves too. Black people own slaves too, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Rich black people own slaves.
Yeah. So, I thought that was interesting.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Well, we'll get to this later. Real quick, I thought this was dope. You remember the Khalid Browder story?
Yes.
The dude who hung himself after a 3-year stint in Rikers
because he couldn't make bail.
And things like that. He was being
tortured, beaten. Yeah.
Right. So his New York City will pay his family, or pay the estate of his family, $3.3 million.
All right, let's clap that up. Yeah. You know, and I'm pretty sure he didn't have any kids. He was young.
No, he didn't.
But at least his family will receive. There'll be no amount of money that can replace him, and hopefully they'll start a foundation in his name, or something, so that his story continues to live on. I get Jay-Z a lot of props for telling that man's story. You know what I mean? And we'll talk about Jay-Z a little bit later. Him and Meek Mill, you know, I think have some things coming along, but which were inspired by that story. But I think if his family at least open up, not a basketball court and shit, open up something real substantial in his name, so that his name and his energy can live on. You know what I mean?
Somebody said blacks own indentured servants, not slaves, bro. I don't know.
What the is the difference?
That was right. Like, I don't know.
What's the difference? And I'm not being funny. Educate me. And I don't want to get into the technical term of black and this and that. Tell me, did they own other people? Right? Now, I do know in ancient times, not even ancient times, black people owned indentured servants maybe in the motherland. And you was able to keep your whole family together, and there was no torture. We talking about cattle slavery. I'm not talking about chattel slavery. I'm not talking where you was able to keep your whole family, and after 20 years of serving me, the king, or whatever, I let your family go and put a few dollars in your pocket and set y'all on your way. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about here in the wilderness of North America, chattel slavery. I'm talking about, 18 hours in the field working for nothing and getting hard gas to eat. I'm talking that. Tortured, raped, murdered, lynched, castrated, this one against that one, house nigga, field nigga. I'm talking that action. All right? So I'm not talking, get all technical and shit on me. Don't do that.
Yo, have you been seeing Cardi B on Twitter lately?
Yeah, Cardi B. She's been going off. wait a minute, you know, I just want to say that they need to bring back the food stamps because people out here are struggling, you know. And my aunt, you know, she got our Section 8. She can't pay her bills, but I got some money for your auntie. I'm going to take care of you. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. She's been going off. Her politics is real. But I'd vote for Cardi B.
So,
would you vote for Cardi B?
I wouldn't vote for Cardi B.
I'd vote for her over Kamala Harris.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Because at least Cardi B is going to be real.
I don't really know
what's going on. They hit me with a lot of paperwork. I don't know. But I'm going to try to help the people, okay? If you work, you come down, we get you some jobs. But you got to get some training. Because we just can't give you a job for nothing, okay? Do not lie and say your man does not live with you. Because I know how that goes. Because that's the way I was raised. You know, I'm just saying. I know. You know what?
You put it that way.
I like her. You know what I mean? Honesty.
But so, what's the name? I
done fucked you up now.
No, yeah. I'm all over the place now. Yeah. What was the girl's name? The white girl.
The one who. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
God damn, what's her name?
Judy.
No.
Lauren.
Yeah. Whatever, her name.
Help us out in the chat. That white lady, she's crazy.
Damn.
White lady always talking shit. White girl, she got fired from another show.
Yeah, she's on Fox now.
She's on Fox now. Lauren or something.
Yeah, I can't believe it was right there. I had it, and then you.
Yeah, she's a pilgrim.
So then, she tweeted at Cardi B, and Cardi B got at her like a real Bronx night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
And then this other white woman, this other conservative woman, she said something to Cardi B about the video, the twerk video, and she said like in the era of the Me Too, how was this video, I guess, empowering women or whatever? Yeah. And you know, Cardi B's response to it, I thought was cool because she said like it was basically because the environment was free enough, they could do whatever they want, wherever they want, without the word of being touched, unwanted, or being, you know, harassed, things like that, which I understood. But I want to like caution her from responding to everything because they're trying to. I see they're trying to bait her. Right, they're trying to bait her, and they're gonna use her. Tommy Lauren, thank you. Tommy Lauren. Nobody helped me. Oh, somebody did help me. All right. Now, here's the thing: they're gonna use her, and the more she talks, the more slow. You see, she don't understand the politics of that, and it makes us look bad on the surface. I think put it like this: I think she's intelligent. She's just not articulate. Absolutely. It just but they will twist that into something that looks unintelligent, so to speak. Yes, that's a mistake. Yep. So because what they did, they said that Cardi B and UNLV grad Tommy Lauren go at it on Twitter. So they automatically put that up on you. You know what I mean? Right. And a lot of people don't know, in terms of the twerking and all of that, in Atlanta, you're not allowed to touch those girls. That's right, yeah. Unless you go to like the offshoot spots. But like the Blue Flame and spots like that, or at least when I was there, you could not. It was big bodyguards. I had to hold my hands up high, nigga. Listen to the DJ, watch the ass, don't touch. So it's a part of their culture there. You know what I mean? So we have to just accept certain things that just are the way they are. You don't have to be proud of them. You know what I mean? Yeah. But they are, what they are. You know what I mean? Yeah, facts. Thanks, everybody. Yes, sent that kind of late, but whatever. Yeah, no, thanks. That's in there. Tommy Lauren. That's, I think I had the one part right. Yeah, you had the Lauren part. I don't know. It was like right there on the tip of my tongue. Couldn't talk about it. Yeah, my impersonation of. Yeah, that threw me.
You are tuned into the sound of Urban X.
Terrible.
What do you think about Lee Daniels and his new gay superhero that he said he's gonna?
Yo, somebody need to really hurt this dude, man. And I don't mean that in the physical sense, because he's out of control. He's creating a superhero called Super Bitch.
He was obviously playing.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was he?
I don't believe that would. Yeah.
Was he?
I think he was playing.
So maybe he was just trolling us, giving that guy, because it was a gay dude who had on them high boots.
Yeah, who's spinning.
He was kicking dudes and shit. It was funny. It was funny. You know what I mean? But I hope he was playing, because some of his work speaks of craziness. So I'm hoping he was playing.
He was playing.
Because if he shows up with a gay superhero called Super Bitch. Now I grew up where in Living Color they had
men on
Handyman.
Film. Oh, I thought you were talking about the men on film.
No. What was the handicapped dude name? Handyman, played by Damon Wayans.
Yeah.
And you know he couldn't fly. He would run to the window and fall out. And we laughed because it was funny, you know, in that sense. But to make that into a full-fledged movie in this day and time might be brilliant.
He's not making that.
It might be brilliant because it's a big community of, you know,
I mean,
LGBT.
He is gay, but I don't.
I'm telling you,
I highly doubt it.
P feels appreciated. What up, Gail? Gail Jackson in the building.
Always,
what up, girl?
Always
Appreciate you. But you understand my point?
I understand. I get what you're saying.
Handyman was his name. Handyman. Come on, guys, 45 and older, 35, 40.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Y'all used to watch Living Color.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, Urban X story of the week.
Urban X story of the week.
This one is actually this was actually sent to me on the actual, Urban X Facebook group, Urban Excellence Facebook group.
Which is why we put it there.
We want people to get involved. And I think this is from Nick Westbrook. So shout out to you.
Yeah, Mr. Westbrook.
Yeah, he been putting it in. A lot of people have been putting it in the chat. So then we appreciate you. So this story comes from, hold on. Oops. So this story comes from an 18-year-old. Her name is Xandra Cunningham.
Xandra.
She's an entrepreneur who signed a major deal with Target to introduce plant-based skincare gift boxes in Target.
Wow! Clap that up immediately, right? Young people.
Yes.
Plant-based. So that means ain't no gelatin.
No chemicals that'll kill you.
No pig in your face, right?
So Target will start to stock exclusive gift boxes that would include hand lotion, body lotion, moisturizing formula, a scrub designed to exfoliate your skin, be a natural glow and things like that. All free of chemicals. And she's from it's from a Buffalo-based lab where she combines the art of STEAM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, art, and math, to create 50 nutrient-rich skin care products.
And where can we? So we got to go to Target.
Target, yes.
Okay, because I be in Target sometime. Me and wifey be in there.
Yes. Yeah. So shout out to her. That was dope.
Shout out to her. And what it says also. What's her name again?
Xandra.
Yeah,
Xandra Cunningham.
Yes. We're proud of you. And it says young people are creative. And everything in the world ain't crazy right now. Because every time you think it's something crazy, it's young people continuing to do what they do.
Do something, yeah.
To do something positive. And these are the ones that change the world. One person at a time, not to get on my soapbox, but I love to hear these stories. Did you hear the story about the farmer?
Yes, I did hear a story about the farmer. Got it right here. Her name is Lee.
No, that wasn't the story, but let's tell this story too.
It's another farmer.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this story, her name is Leah Penniman.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. She's wrote a book called Farming While Black: Soul Fire's Farm Practical Guide to Liberation on the Land. She's a black farmer. She teaches other people how to farm and grow their food naturally.
Nice.
And things like that. And she uses African techniques
for cultivating.
Yes.
Oh, I think that's great. Let's clap that up. Yeah.
Yeah, like one example, she grows certain plants next to certain other plants, so the bugs that would usually go on those plants will kill the other insects, which is kind of natural protection.
That's the natural protection. See, our elders and ancestors understood the ecosystem of how to use one bug to kill off another bug, right? And they also understood what tilling the land meant. It's a spiritual science with everything we do, and we've lost that. Because now we're eating, when I grew up, if you did well, you got McDonald's. Right. you know what? You going to McDonald's. Now, if you do well, you get a home cooked meal.
I'm not sure when she's dropping the book.
How crazy is that?
But look it up. It's called Farming While Black.
Farming While Black. Look it up so that we can show her support.
Facts.
And we also appreciate that. Again, another thing about the Killer Mike episode, which was lost, is that he was speaking about how segregation forced us to do for self.
Yeah.
And integration, back to Dr. King, so all of this stuff, you know, and he regretted that. Diluting our energy. And the book we're reading, Black Fortune, is also tied into these stories of black people who had to do for themselves and became economically empowered with all kind of, you know, incentives. And we've lost that because we want to be somebody else. And, you know, so just something to think about. This is what I mean by doubling down and not giving our energy to anything that doesn't give our energy, you know, the energy back.
Facts.
So we don't waste time and energy on anything crazy. So shout out Farming While Black. We're not sure if the book is out yet, but if it is, go pick it up.
Pick that up. If it is, it might be it'll be a recommendation.
Right.
It won't be a
right. It won't be something we cover. And then there's another farming story. We'll cover that next week.
Okay.
About a brother who has the only either organic, somebody sent it also in our chat, farm or something in America or something to effect that really made me go, wow, that's interesting.
So for the people who are new, I guess new listeners, we have our Urban Excellence Stories where we try to highlight somebody who is doing something spectacular in our community. It could be something small, something big. We just try to highlight it. And if you have a personal story that you want to share, highlight, we'll talk about you.
Hey, even if your little daughter is selling cookies,
facts,
and she started a little cookie company, we want to talk about
That's
it.
a fact.
And give her a moment up on the spotlight here, him or her. You know what I'm saying? And just there's no story too small to tell, and that's the problem. Everybody trying to clout chase and tell these amazing stories. To me, every story that we're doing something positive is a story that needs to be told. So that's why we created Urban Excellence.
Rex, Urban Excellence is the A to Y before you get to Z.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know what it means because he just made that shit up.
No, think about it.
Nigga trying to be deep and shit.
Just a little bit.
Nah,
just that bit. You know what I'm saying? Because when we hear about these hashtag, like these Black excellence stories, quote unquote, it's always about, you know, some multi-millionaire popping bottles and things like that.
But they're not telling you the process to get there.
And not even that, and also there are different levels to excellence and what you define it as.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So excellence is not just spending ungodly amounts of money. Excellence could just be you waking up, going to school every day.
Preach.
You being on time, Odyssey.
Make it plain.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's. Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a clever one.
Clever.
So yeah, that's
Yeah, that's dope.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So Meek Mill, Jay-Z, the
Robert Kraft. That's the owner of the Patriots. Side note: don't waste your money.
Michael Rubin.
Okay.
That's owner of the 76ers.
Right.
And Van Jones are coming together to try to tackle criminal justice reform. But what were you about to say?
I was going to say, side note, don't waste your money on who's going to win the Super Bowl is Tom Brady. Okay, let me go through my conspiracy shit quick.
Let's go through this. Let's do it.
Michael Jordan is the only one with 6 titles in this generation. They are going to exalt their white hero to 6 titles.
But is Tom Brady not the greatest quarterback to
No,
ever
he
live?
is not. He is highly overrated.
Oh, wait, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
Hold on.
We're not going to do that.
We're not going to defend a white man on Urban Excellence TV, okay? You may like him.
Touche.
You should be in the closet with that shit, right? So, they are going to exalt this white man to the level of 6 titles because Kobe had 5 titles, Derek Jeter had 5 titles, Magic Johnson had 5 titles, LeBron only has 3 titles. He's 3 and 6. If your man win, he's 6 and 3. So be careful because the date of the Super Bowl, I was watching.
It's 2-3.
Right, it's 2-3.
Yeah.
So that brings Michael Jordan into play numerically. So watch out for this. Now, there's been my man RF Chosen, or a dude on YouTube, he goes in, he breaks all this stuff down. Wanted to shout him out because this is what he was breaking down. That every generation since the 70s, a team has won 3 Super Bowls. In the 70s, it was Pittsburgh Steelers. In the 80s, it was the San Francisco 49ers. In the 90s, it was the Cowboys. In 2000s, it was the Patriots. And now the Patriots are the only team eligible to win a 3rd title before we go to 2020. So be aware. Don't waste your money thinking the Baphomet Horns of the Rams is going to win this against the Patriotics of Boston and that whole thing.
And the Rams were the first team he actually won against.
And they were the first team right after 9/11.
Right after 9/11. That was the same year.
Same year. And that year was Super Bowl 36. And if you reverse those numbers, you get 6-3 or 6-3.
Which would be Tom Brady.
Which would be Tom Brady. And this would be Tom Brady's 9th Super Bowl, right? But he would won 6 of them. So 3 divided by 9 is 2. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. I mean, 3 into 6 is 2, and 3 into 9 is 3. Yeah. That gives us the number 2, 3 again. So be careful with the numerology and all that shit. Don't waste your time.
Go to King Simon.
Yeah, go to King Simon and let him do the official numerology on that shit. Don't waste your time. We will be watching for mere entertainment and nothing more. Now you can go.
Okay. Now back to some important stuff.
Some real important shit.
Yeah. Like I just said, Meek Mill, Jay-Z, Robert Kraft, Michael Rubin, who is the 76ers owner, they plan to launch an organization that will lobby for changes to the state probation and parole laws.
All right. Let's clap that up. They're donating $50 million?
Yeah.
$50 million.
They said the group was donating, $50 million.
$50 million to release 1 million prisoners.
Yes.
Over a 5-year period. The ones who shouldn't be in there in the first place. Who probably just don't have the bail money to come home. Who are sitting there on misdemeanor charges, being threatened, beaten. And it really doesn't make sense. Because that's what happened to Khalif Browder. Yeah. His parents just didn't have the money. That was $1,000. But I know it seems insignificant, but when you're a mother, probably on public assistance with 3 or 4 other kids, that money just don't come and grow on trees. And as a result of that, he had to spend time in there for a crime he didn't commit. Where if he would have had $1,000, he could have been home and been able to fight his case, right? So it's a lot of black people in jail because we know that the prison system is about money. So it's a lot of beds being filled of black people who just don't have the goddamn money. With this organization, shout out Jay-Z and Meek Mill and Robert Kraft and these guys for coming together and implementing this. I gotta clap that up again. You gotta put your personal bullshit aside when there are those putting their money on the wood for change. Right? Yeah. Anything else you want to?
No, I was just gonna. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of they're gonna get a lot of backlash for working with Robert Kraft and
listen. That's our problem as black people. White people play chess, not checkers, right? So Hillary Clinton can go into a black church, kiss a baby, shake a hand, listen to gospel, and hate everybody in the church. Black people play checkers. We all emotional. Fuck that shit. And if you're going to play politics or whatever the case may be, because the money is good on the wood. If 1 million people are going to be free, I wouldn't care if the devil himself showed up and put his money down. If it's going to free 1 million black men and women who shouldn't be in prison, I'm clapping that shit up. You can say whatever you want to say, right? We have always done business with pilgrims. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
A fair exchange of goods and this and that. And we understood which each other's disposition was. I'm not turning down that money to help people. No. Give me your money. Malcolm X said, you can donate or you can, what was his statement? But you can't join us.
Right. He said you can help us.
You can help us, but you can't join us.
Yes.
So this is our fight. But if you got some bread to put up, that's going to help us free ourselves. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Any questions in the chat?
Any questions in the chat? We love all y'all. You already know.
So Spotify, is crazy. Spotify,
they have a new program.
A new feature on their thing where they allow you to mute artists, like specific artists from
your playlist. So if you don't want to hear R. Kelly, right, mm-hmm. or somebody like that, it's a new feature put in where you can just put mute all of that person's music. And I think that's a great feature. I
read a story that I don't know if it's true or not, but the artist most requested to be muted was Nicki Minaj.
Oh wow! Hope that's not true. How's she doing right now? Because I know she was going through some stuff.
I don't know.
So Sony drops R. Kelly.
Yeah, but they kept his
catalog. And you drop him after he's no longer hot. You don't get no points for that. Yeah. You drop him 25 years later, like you doing something correct. It's bullshit. And you ain't dropping when he was singing "I Believe I Can Fly."
But you know what the crazy thing is? People talk about mute R. Kelly like he's making money off streams. He's not.
No,
he makes money off touring.
Absolutely.
So it's just I guess stop seeing R. Kelly is what you need to be doing.
Yeah, basically. And I wanted to ask anyway, just to revisit the Lifetime series.
Yeah.
Did any of these women actually press charges? Because I wasn't too sure.
I'm not sure.
Because if you want to get somebody arrested, you have to press charges. Am I correct or am I missing something?
That's a fact. Yeah.
Like if all of these people went to jail, to the precinct and said, this man raped me or molested, shouldn't they immediately just arrest him?
That's a fact.
And then the investigation process starts. But they all got book deals and speaking engagements. So I'm a little confused on what's going on. That's all I'm saying. I ain't throwing no shade. I'm simply saying if something happens to you, the first place you're supposed to go is to the precinct and say, I have been a victim of, molestation or whatever the case may be, and they arrest you. Shit, let somebody say something about me. They'll be here tomorrow. There no questions asked. They're taking your ass out of here. So all of them women sat on that stage just to revisit it. But did any police reports?
I feel like they...
And even the ones who had the gag order, did they go to lawyers? Because police don't put a gag order on you, or what do they call it when you...
non-disclosure?
Non-disclosure. Those come from lawyers, am I correct?
I believe so, yes.
So that means they went to lawyers and not the police. I'm just asking. Because as I revisit the story, I was a little confused.
But usually if you get an NDA, that means you did want to press charges.
But you didn't.
But they paid you.
Not to press charges.
Yeah, they paid you.
So the fact that you was getting paid meant more to you than you going to the police. And because if you rape me as a woman or man, I don't want your money. I want to go to the police department first and foremost and make sure you are charged. Then after you get charged, I can still get my money. So the fact that a lot of them perhaps thought about pressing charges, but got a lawyer first, is just weird shit to me. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I don't really know about Venezuela. I know it's a coup happening
in Venezuela right now. I'm not too familiar with it. I don't want to speak on it. But I promise you,
I know something is. I know there's a coup happening, right? They just elected a new president was just sworn in. I guess after they took it over or something like that. I'm not really too sure about.
So Osiris, how do we look? Please tell me.
What happened?
He said, "You motherfuckers don't know how you look." Well, just hit me up because I'm always looking to be educated on certain things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Yeah, fact. Super Bowl. Right? I want to speak about Gladys Knight.
Okay.
Because they're going in on Gladys.
For performing.
For singing the national anthem.
Okay.
My take on this is Gladys Knight has probably drank from colored only water fountains.
Okay.
Gladys Knight has probably been water hosed. Mm-hmm. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Or know somebody personally
who has. Gladys Knight has probably put up more money to bail out a lot of protesters during that time, because a lot of people forget a lot of the musicians during that time were the ones who, even if they didn't put their name to it, they put up that money to bail out, and that was their way of contributing to the movement.
Right.
So I'm not going to sit here and go in on Gladys because she chooses to sing a song that we understand the vibration of the song, but you have to know where she's coming from. And our elders are still connected to civil rights and suffering that a lot of this generation is void of. And now everyone want to be woke. So I'm not going to go in on my elder, Gladys Knight, because she feels that this is a moment that she can represent Atlanta and the national anthem. You understand what I'm saying?
What was your we talked about, because people keep going in on Travis Scott for wanting to perform.
Yeah.
What was your we talked about this earlier in the week. What was your recommendation?
Oh, my recommendation is this. Why don't all the players not play? Why don't all the black players? This will be an epic moment in history if every black player, with all the little white players who don't do nothing but kicking shit and blocking shit, ran out there and there was no black players out there. I am calling for the boycott, not of the singer. That's crazy. Like, we focusing in on the wrong shit. Yeah. Y'all want to focus y'all energy on, because Travis want to have a moment when y'all missing the point. So y'all want to boycott the singing, but y'all want to enjoy the fucking game. Hashtag mute hypocrisy.
Yeah, literally, they want this. People still want to watch the game.
You want to watch the game?
All of the because remember when Colin Kaepernick first started taking the knee, all the criticisms were on the players for not joining in.
Right.
But you're mad at people. You're not mad at them anymore for still wanting their job. Like
right. So if you want to impress me, that would be the move. All the black players, don't tell them about it. The NFL would collapse overnight. That is what y'all trying to do with the boycott, right? Make a stand that Colin Kaepernick is, a savior now, and he needs the support, even though he's sitting on $30 million plus more that he got from Nike, secret deal we didn't know about. He's still getting his money. It's so easy to be a revolutionary these days when your money's straight. But my point is, boycott the goddamn game. All the players. Push for that shit. And leave little Travis Scott and Big Boy alone. Because it's hypocrisy to me to say y'all shouldn't sing, but these niggas should perform.
Yeah.
Right? Y'all niggas don't sing.
Yeah.
But let these niggas play, because I got barbecue ribs and shit being done. So it's hypocrisy in the grand scheme of things. Did Osiris get back at us?
He said, how come nobody was mad when he was on the cover of that magazine of that pissing trial, and magazine was calling him Teflon Don? I don't remember that. Probably
I don't.
Yeah. And then somebody said the person who
What
donated...
does that have to do with us speaking about what happened in the Lifetime episode? I asked a very legit question. All of those women sat there and told their story. I'm not saying they weren't violated, but did any of them, because maybe they did any of them go to the police department and say, I was raped or molested?
Well, some of them said that the police are in on protecting him, so that could be something.
So that may lead to a greater conspiracy. Maybe that answers the question.
Yeah.
Maybe they did go there.
Yeah.
And so now that's all I'm asking, because at the end of the episode, all I saw was this one's got a book coming out. That one's got a book coming out.
He wasn't talking to us. He was talking about
But remember,
the other people defending. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yo, you know what? I apologize to Osiris. I told you to talking to us. Nothing personal, my dude, because I like to be open with my dialogue, because this ain't about us being on some kind of pedestal. We're here sharing our opinion, and I've been more wrong than right.
Oh, somebody just said a good point. It said Jay working with Robert Kraft on prison reform, but wants Travis Scott not to perform the Super Bowl for the Super Bowl.
Drop the phone.
Yeah.
Right? So you're working with Robert Kraft, an NFL owner, but yet you want Travis Scott not to sing to affect the NFL owners. But you yourself are an agent for goddamn players. You see how twisted this shit is? This gumbo is fucking twisted.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you. Thank you. That was a great point being made. So let's stop with the bullshit, man.
That's a fact.
Let's stop with the bullshit. Please. We're going to start just calling it like we see it. Because that's hypocrisy in itself. How's Jay-Z going to be working with Robert Kraft?
Yeah.
Right? An NFL owner, one of the top NFL owners.
That's the dude right now.
That's the dude right now, right?
Yep. Somebody said Venezuela cut diplomatic ties with the U.S. That's big.
Okay. So there's gonna be a war.
Yeah, that's
somebody
big.
gonna get knocked off. And I appreciate. We know what Venezuela's doing. They're trying to get their independence and come up from under that American dollar, which is losing its value. And didn't your man Gaddafi? Muammar Gaddafi was trying to. He was
trying to do the same thing. He was trying to get Africa all under the same
financial system where they can take full advantage of. Do
you realize how nations like France who bankrupt African nations
all the time?
There's no real there's nothing really behind why they have African nations paying them. There's nothing
you know what I'm saying? They just have them paying.
Yeah, y'all just paying us.
Absolutely.
Kind of wild. Somebody asked us for our Cash App. You can donate to PayPal.
I've been telling Malcolm to get a Cash App for a minute.
Listen.
He refuses.
I don't refuse.
He's a grown ass man.
Listen.
It's just money lost to him. I don't make a dime. That's all. You know, somebody could have put $20 in your pocket, get you a haircut or something, or a snack.
Do I need a haircut?
No,
you see the spinners?
I see the spinners.
All right.
Yeah, that might be a wig. Yo, the way they doing hair nowadays.
Yo, I was at the barbershop last week and I saw somebody getting their hairline airbrushed. I never saw that.
Yeah. Fellas is getting it done now too. Yeah. That's crazy.
I never saw that. I thought it was only on YouTube or something. Dude was actually getting his hairline.
I didn't see the blood moon this weekend. I should have went out. It was cold. What day was it? Oh my God.
It was Monday.
Oh, it was so cold. It was just really cold out there.
It hurt, yeah.
Yeah, it hurt.
It hurt.
It was that cold. 30% go to YouTube. So that's why the Cash App.
Okay. Fine.
I get it. Right. YouTube is raping us.
Yeah, fine.
That's fucked up, but we need YouTube right now.
Did you hear about the New Orleans Saints? The city of New Orleans, they a lot of places not showing the Super Bowl. They just going to show the Super Bowl from 2009
because they pissed off.
Yeah, they got robbed.
They got robbed in that game.
They did.
Clearly, they wanted the Baphomet horns of the Rams
to beat the Saints,
to go to the Saints again to close that loop of the first Super Bowl to the last Super Bowl. I would not be surprised if Brady and Belichick retire.
That'd be crazy.
If they win, not if they win, when they win this Super Bowl. And you fake ass Tom Brady fans can have a great time with that shit. Have a great time talking about this is the GOAT. Did you see his combine results? Did you see him running like a 7.2 speed as a quarterback? Did you see his floppy goddamn body? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying he can't throw the ball, but come on.
Did you watch that? Did you not watch that last drive against the Chiefs?
Was
that not magic?
I did.
Yeah. It was amazing. 3 third down conversions in a row.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Whatever.
Just sit back and just admire greatness.
Okay. Whatever. My upbringing won't let me do it. Not publicly. Maybe privately. Not publicly. I just can't do it. I can't rock with those pilgrims like that. Can't. I was rooting for my man Patrick Mahomes. Right? So any other questions out here?
Any questions?
Yep, it's going to be in the ATL, Atlantis, you know what I'm saying, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, he said Jay doing what you said. That's a fact. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Black Dizzle is still my favorite student. In parentheses, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Clearly the ATL curse, or who that worked flawlessly, because the ATL did not want those New Orleans heads up in the city acting crazy. They was praying that they didn't get in. Facts.
Said they cheated in the story. Yeah.
They claimed cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fact. That was
I can't even.
It was so blatant.
Nah, that Super Bowl.
And we understand all of this stuff is orchestrated to a certain degree. And so you got to be careful not to put too much energy into that shit.
Somebody said shirts. These shirts will be available on February 1, starting February 1.
And let me tell you how much Malcolm is a hater. Go ahead. February 1. He saw me make my shirt today, right?
First of all, I made the shirt. It was your idea.
Yeah, it was my vision, because I'm a visionist, right? He saw how crazy my shirt was.
I made that.
And I looked in his eyes, and I saw the hatred just like bubbling up, like, yo, that shit is hot. And then he tried to make a shirt 2 or 3 times. Failed. failed. And finally, he got it together because he knew I was going to bust his ass on the show today. Because we have secret wars going on.
No, we're going to have, we're going to turn it into a public war. So now, like, from like week to week, we're going to, like, 1, if you like my shirt better, 2, if you liked his shirt.
Yeah.
And we're just going to start having wars.
Having wars.
In the crib now.
In the crib, because I just saw it swell in his eyes.
I'm not going to lie. I was hating.
His left eye just started twinkling and shit. Then he looked at my shirt again. He walked around and looked at it again.
No, I was hating. I'm not gonna lie.
Look at this hate.
God damn it. There was a lot of hate in my blood.
A lot of hate. A lot of hate in the blood.
What else?
Any other questions before we get out of here?
That's a fact, man.
And listen, I want to thank you again for your continued support.
Somebody said Tom Brady's roughing the passer was bogus. Yeah, it was bogus, but they missed...
Oh, that was...
Time out. But they missed the pass interference call on the same play.
Whatever.
They did.
Whatever.
A blatant pass interference call. Whatever, man.
Oh, Malcolm, you win it. 1 for his shirt. Okay. Yo, come on. RBG for life. Come on, guys. Red, black, and green. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah, it's fine. It is tough. It is tough. But if you was to win, that's a win for me too, because I made it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Malcolm is winning. I think they just like Malcolm and shit. Anything Malcolm's probably women too. Malcolm.
Listen, baby.
Malcolm. Anything he do, he gonna win.
Listen, baby. Game was to be sold, not told, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Chapo. The El Chapo case. I don't know how that plays into because I've been watching briefly on.
Apparently, his wife like held it down, but his mistress flipped completely. But I don't. But can your wife actually testify against you? Huh? Can your wife actually testify against you? No, right? So,
I'm not sure. But he had a mistress and he was a killer.
No, I know in America, if you're married to somebody, they legally can't testify against you if you're married.
Got you.
So is it the same case? Because they're not. I know they're not from America, but is it the same thing if you're getting tried here?
Oh, I'm not sure. You're asking the wrong person. Yeah. You have to ask somebody who watch court shows. You know. All right, Doc's making a move out here. That RBG shit is popping. This is $28 next month. After that, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so you could be in the club chilling in your RBG for Black History Month, right? RBG in on it, you know. I might even throw a little hat in there, a little combination piece, right? Malcolm shirt is fire. Yeah, it is.
So what do you say to the people who feel like Black History Month...
In white, yeah, we'll have that, Brian.
What do you say to people who feel like Black History Month shouldn't be celebrated, or shouldn't be celebrated because it sends the signal that it's only 1 month?
Listen, every day is Black History Month. We know that. See, I never throw the baby out with the bathwater. Sure, if you woke but you take naps, you understand it's a bigger picture than that. But when the month does come up and you have an opportunity to teach young people, that may be the only month that they will give you their attention. So if you have a month available to really focus in, and there's lectures taking place and stuff at the museum focused around, you take advantage of it, and then you expound it out beyond that 1 month. Never limit yourself, you know what I mean? Yeah. So when you woke, but take naps, you have the ability to understand this process.
Safe.
If you only woke, then you got your arms folded. Fuck that shit. Don't do none of that shit. Don't eat no celebrate no holidays. I don't go in no church. Even though my grandmother died, she was real good to me because I can't go to church because church is Christmas evil. You know what I'm saying? And all that old shit. Fuck Thanksgiving. Fuck Christmas. Fuck Easter. Fuck all that shit. Fuck. If you that's cool too. I've been there, right? But if you walk and take naps, because if my auntie dies, I'm going into the church. Don't mean I'm Christian and I'm gonna listen to the reverend give the good word. Amen. Because that's my auntie. And that's what the shit she was into. Because I'm woke. I'm going to take naps. Yeah.
And I think I'm killing you right now. I'm not going to lie.
Are you killing me? Really?
Yeah, you're making a little comeback.
All right. We're going forward with the victory parade in New Orleans Super Bowl.
Somebody said, so this shirt in the month of February, again, will be $28.
Right. We're launching our company February 1. That's a Friday. So that means on the 31st, next Thursday, we do a show. It's going to be the kickoff. Boom. We might have to get a bottle of champagne for that.
I bet.
Or Heron. Which one?
Champagne is
no Heron?
Preferable, yes. Champagne.
Okay, champagne. It could be champagne or Heron, all depending on what your thing is.
Preferable.
You know. Okay, so no Heron. So we're gonna kick off next Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Really bump it up. You know what I'm saying? And then when you leave the show,
go straight to the website.
Go straight to the website and hurry up and buy. We should put a little emoji in there that follow you around the website. Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. Oh shit. Hurry up and buy. Shit. Sale might be over. Shit, you know. And then we're gonna when March comes in, we're gonna focus more on introducing more of our extensive line, our ladies line a little bit more. You know, we got some other stuff coming, and we'll get into that. But we want to open up. It just so happens Black History Month is the time that we're ready.
Somebody asked about the woke but take nap shirt. I was wearing that last week. So
yeah, we was wearing that last week. That will be on the site.
That will be on the site as well.
Yeah, that'll be on the site. Somebody asked about the 45 disc. That too will be on the site. You can get that. Everything will be $28. I talked to the manager. The manager okayed this.
We crunched the numbers and we okayed it.
We crunched the numbers. One more piece for the book. February 1 is over for $10. I can do no more. idcoded.com. We'll put that in the chat. Go get that.
Somebody asked, when will your oldest son be on the show?
My oldest son, Marcus, will be on the show soon. He be busy, but we can get him on.
Yeah.
And I think we'll extend it. This is a two-way operation. Yeah. We'll extend it out so you can get a chance to see him, hear him, and what he has to talk about. Yeah, absolutely.
Because me and Marcus debate all the time.
Yes.
So we'll talk.
Yeah. We'll get it in. We'll have a spirited conversation that we always have.
Yeah, facts. All right.
Ladies' hoodies will be coming soon. I'm not sure for the month of February. We have small hoodies, but the ladies' hoodies have a different vibe.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to talk to my manager. And we are going to get some of those ladies' hoodies in here.
We'll take it under advisement.
Yeah, absolutely. We have to do that. Yeah, HP Buddy, you made the show. That's what's up. Have the last 10 years been the worst in hip-hop? Absolutely. Now, this year... Wait a minute. We had all that trap rap, mumble rap.
That was like 3 years.
Yeah, but I'm just rounding it off. So it's 2019, so we're talking 2009.
Right.
To now.
2009 and now, you had Teflon Don that came out.
I don't want to get into specifics. Tell me the artists. Let me tell you who came out in the last 10 years.
Kendrick.
Lil Yachty. Thug.
You talking about
Swaggy?
No, you're talking about
the dude with the fucked up
Fetty?
No.
Dude, you talking about a small window.
Fetty Wap.
You're talking about a small window from 2013 to 2016, really.
Okay,
2017, 444 came out. Damn came out. 2018, we just had one of the best years of hip hop ever.
Okay, I said 2018. Other than 2018 year, which was a resurgence, if I put the 10 years in a vacuum, everything that happened in that 10 years qualifies.
I don't think so.
If 4 or 5 years was bonkers with Lil Yachty and this one and Migos and all of that crazy shit that happened.
I don't agree. 2012, who came out? Kendrick came out with his first album.
Okay. He's got a new single out.
Which one?
No, not Kendrick. J. Cole.
J. Cole, I heard he was going at Pusha T. I don't think he want that.
He will smoke the shit out of Pusha T.
What?
He will smoke Pusha T.
You're bugging.
Pusha T had the cheat codes to go at Drake. That's all that shit was. Let me tell you something. J. Cole is not to be played with.
No,
J. Cole is not to be played with.
Push is not to be played with. You're bugging.
Okay, all right.
No, like you're really...
We're going to see.
Yeah, oh man.
We're going to see. So with that being said, I think we can get up out of here, man. We love y'all.
We appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.